Granting others too much power, especially to those who always think they are right, can be draining and unproductive. Whether at work, with friends, or in family discussions, these situations challenge our patience and communication skills. This video serves as an essential guide for those looking to maintain emotional control and authority in difficult situations. Here, you'll learn why it's crucial to prevent others' opinions from dominating your reactions and decisions, ensuring your voice is heard without being overshadowed by others' rigid certainty. According to Stoic philosophers, rather than engaging in conflicts or trying to change someone's mind at all costs, focusing on maintaining your own integrity and peace is a more effective and healthier strategy. Hence, you should strengthen your stance in conversations, protecting your mental well-being and fostering more balanced interactions. In this video, we will discuss 13 practical and intelligent strategies to maintain balance and assertiveness without giving up control. Learn how to turn potential confrontations into constructive dialogues and, by not giving unnecessary power to others, reinforce your own position and maintain more productive relationships. If you're ready to transform how you interact with know-it-alls in your life, this content provides the necessary tools. Stay strong and watch until the end, as all points are important. Before we begin, please subscribe to the channel and leave a like. It helps us a lot and costs you nothing. Let's get started. Number 1. Focus on facts. Concentrating on facts when dealing with people who always think they are right is a practical and effective approach, echoing Stoic principles. Stoics value objectivity and reason as foundations for understanding and responding to the world, suggesting we should rely on evidence and tangible realities rather than being swayed by emotions and subjective opinions. By applying this principle in daily interactions, especially with those who are stubborn or dogmatic, you equip yourself with a powerful tool. Presenting verifiable facts and concrete data in a discussion can help anchor the conversation in reality, reducing the likelihood of it devolving into pure emotion or unfounded stubbornness. Furthermore, by focusing on facts, you demonstrate a rational and well-informed approach, characteristics appreciated and promoted by Stoicism. This methodology not only enhances your credibility and the strength of your arguments, but also imposes natural limits on those who try to dominate discussions with their personal opinions, ensuring the dialogue remains productive and grounded. By adopting this approach, you are practicing the Stoic virtue of rational discipline, protecting yourself from others' excessive influence and staying true to the pursuit of objective truth, a key to personal serenity and effectiveness. Number 2, avoid direct confrontations. Avoiding direct confrontations with people who always think they are right is a smart tactic to maintain harmony and effectiveness in interactions. This approach suggests a gentler and less aggressive form of communication, where instead of directly challenging others' opinions, you introduce alternatives subtly and constructively. This technique involves presenting different perspectives or solutions in a way that the other person can consider without feeling attacked or challenged. This not only keeps the conversation open and collaborative, but also allows the other person to reflect on other opinions without the pressure of immediately defending their point of view. By offering alternatives subtly, you create space for everyone involved in the discussion to reassess their positions without having to expose themselves. This is especially valuable in professional environments or delicate social situations where maintaining positive relationships is crucial. This strategy not only helps avoid unnecessary confrontations, which often only solidify someone's resistance to changing their opinion, but also promotes an environment of mutual respect and understanding. By adopting this approach, you demonstrate maturity, negotiation skills, and consideration for others' feelings and opinions, facilitating a more productive and less confrontational dialogue. Number 3, use humor. This is an effective strategy for dealing with people who tend to think they are always right. Integrating a light dose of humor into conversations can help ease tension, create a more relaxed environment, and make the interaction more enjoyable for everyone involved. Humor has the power to break down barriers and reduce resistance, allowing people to see situations from a different perspective. When opting for a humorous approach, it is crucial to ensure that the humor is appropriate and not offensive. The goal is to relieve tension, not to create more conflict. For example, making a light joke about the situation can help to downplay the seriousness of the debate, showing that despite disagreements, it is possible to maintain a friendly atmosphere. Well-placed and intelligent humor can also temporarily disarm the defensive stance of someone who insists on being right, opening up space for new ideas to be considered. Additionally, laughing together can strengthen interpersonal relationships, facilitating a connection that transcends differences of opinion. Therefore, incorporating humor into discussions with people who have difficulty accepting other perspectives not only makes communication lighter, but also potentially more productive. With everyone feeling more at ease, the chances of reaching mutual understanding, or at least maintaining an open and continuous dialogue, increase significantly. Number 4, stay calm. Staying calm is important when dealing with people who frequently believe they are always right. Reacting emotionally can intensify the conflict and make resolving disagreements more difficult. Calmness allows you to approach the situation rationally and objectively, preventing the discussion from escalating into an unnecessary confrontation. When you remain calm and composed, you also set a tone of interaction that can encourage the other person to calm down and possibly be more open to dialogue. Additionally, by not reacting emotionally, you protect yourself from potential provocations and keep the focus on the issue at hand, rather than being drawn into a heated and unproductive debate. Practices such as deep breathing, conscious pauses during the conversation, and using relaxed body language can help maintain calmness. These techniques not only help control your own emotions, but also model behavior that can positively influence the dynamic of the conversation. Number 5, set boundaries. Setting clear boundaries is essential when dealing with people who frequently think they are always right, a practice that aligns well with the principles of Stoicism. Stoics value self-control and autonomy, encouraging each individual to understand and respect their own emotional and rational limits. By defining clear boundaries in a conversation, you communicate how far you are willing to go and what you are not willing to tolerate. This can involve explicitly stating that certain topics are non-negotiable, or that the conversation must remain respectful and constructive to continue. For example, you can assert that you will not participate in a discussion if it becomes disrespectful or overly emotional. The Stoic practice of focusing on what is within your control applies here. You cannot control others' opinions or behaviors, but you can decide how to respond to them. By establishing and maintaining firm boundaries, you protect your inner peace and dignity, regardless of the attitudes or arguments presented by the other person. Moreover, by maintaining these boundaries, you not only preserve your own emotional stability, but also teach others how you wish to be treated, which can help shape their behavior in future interactions. Setting boundaries is, therefore, a way of reinforcing your position without yielding to the power that someone else may try to exert over you, reflecting the Stoic wisdom of knowing and defending your own value. Number 6, use questions. This is an effective technique for dealing with people who tend to think they are always right. This method encourages reflection and can lead the person to consider alternative viewpoints without feeling attacked or defensive. By asking careful and well-placed questions, you can subtly challenge the other person's assumptions and arguments without direct confrontation. For example, If someone categorically asserts something you disagree with, instead of contradicting them directly, you could ask, "How did you come to that conclusion?" Or, "Can you show me where you found that information?" These questions not only show interest in the other person's perspective, but also encourage them to explain their thinking more thoroughly, which may reveal flaws or oversimplifications in their reasoning. Additionally, asking about the experiences that led the person to form such an opinion, like, "Did you have an experience that made you think this way?" can open space for a more empathetic and less confrontational exchange of experiences. These questions help create an environment of dialogue and mutual understanding, where everyone involved is encouraged to share and reflect, rather than just blindly defending their own views. Therefore, the strategic use of questions not only facilitates more effective communication, but also promotes an environment of respect and openness to learning. This can be particularly useful in situations where emotions and pride could easily escalate into more heated arguments, helping to keep the conversation constructive and focused on conflict resolution or mutual understanding. Number 7, disagree politely. Disagreeing politely is a crucial skill when dealing with people who frequently think they are always right. This respectful approach allows you to express your opinion clearly and assertively without invalidating or minimizing the other person's perspective. By doing so, you not only maintain the integrity of the discussion, but also encourage an environment of mutual respect and understanding. To disagree politely, it is important to choose your words carefully and focus on expressing your point of view without confronting or antagonizing. This shows that you are listening and considering what was said, even if you do not fully agree. Another aspect is to avoid language that suggests judgment or direct criticism. Instead of saying, "That's wrong," you could say, "That makes me think that perhaps there's another possibility." Such language not only reduces defensiveness, but also opens the door to a more open and less combative discussion. Additionally, using evidence or examples to support your position can help strengthen your argument respectfully. This demonstrates that your opinion is well thought out and based on valid reasons rather than just a contrary reaction. Disagreeing politely is not just about maintaining courtesy, but also about preserving productive dialogue and the exchange of ideas. This tactic not only helps maintain peace in potentially tense interactions, but also models a form of communication that values the diversity of thoughts and opinions. By practicing this skill, you contribute to an environment where everyone feels heard and respected, promoting healthier and more collaborative relationships. Number 8. Shift to neutral ground. Changing the focus of the conversation to less controversial topics can be an effective strategy when dealing with people who frequently believe they are always right. This method, known as shifting to neutral ground, aims to de-escalate potentially contentious discussions and steer the conversation towards areas of mutual agreement or less emotional intensity. By redirecting the conversation to a topic where there is more common ground or less personal investment, you can reduce tension and create a more positive atmosphere. This approach is particularly useful when you notice that the discussion is becoming increasingly heated and unproductive. For instance, if a debate about politics is turning contentious, you might steer the conversation towards a shared interest or a neutral topic like a recent book you read, a film you watched, or a hobby you both enjoy. This not only helps to diffuse the situation, but also allows both parties to reset emotionally and continue the interaction on a more agreeable note. Furthermore, shifting to neutral ground can serve as a reminder that despite differences in certain views, there are still areas of commonality and connection. This can reinforce the sense of mutual respect and understanding, fostering a more harmonious and collaborative relationship. By practicing this technique, you demonstrate adaptability and emotional intelligence, essential skills for maintaining positive and effective interactions in various social and professional contexts. Number 9, reframe the issue. This is an effective technique when dealing with people who frequently believe they are always right. Reframing involves presenting the topic of discussion in a different light, encouraging the other person to see it from another angle. This strategy can help break down rigid perspectives and open up space for more flexible thinking. For example, if someone insists that a particular method is the only correct way to solve a problem, you might reframe the issue by highlighting the benefits of considering alternative approaches, such as increased efficiency or innovative solutions. By doing so, you shift the focus from defending a single viewpoint to exploring the advantages of diverse strategies. This technique not only facilitates a broader perspective, but also reduces the pressure of being right or wrong. Additionally, reframing can help transform the conversation from a confrontation into a collaborative problem-solving session. Instead of debating who is right, you can discuss what might work best in the given context. This approach aligns well with Stoic principles, emphasizing rationality and practicality over emotional reactions and rigid thinking. By practicing reframing, you encourage a more open-minded and constructive dialogue, promoting mutual understanding and cooperation. This technique is particularly useful in professional settings, where collaboration and innovation are often key to success. By shifting the focus from confrontation to collaboration, you create a more positive and productive environment for all parties involved. Number 10, recognize their expertise. Acknowledging the expertise or knowledge of someone who always thinks they are right can be a strategic way to diffuse potential conflicts and facilitate more productive conversations. By recognizing their strengths and contributions, you can create a more respectful and collaborative atmosphere. This approach involves genuinely valuing the other person's insights and expressing appreciation for their knowledge in the subject area. For example, if someone is particularly knowledgeable about a specific topic, you can say, "I appreciate your expertise in this area, and I'd like to understand more about your perspective." This not only validates their experience, but also opens the door for a more balanced exchange of ideas. This tactic helps reduce defensiveness and pride, creating space for more open and constructive dialogue. Additionally, by recognizing their expertise, you demonstrate humility and willingness to learn, qualities that can positively influence the dynamics of the conversation. This approach aligns well with Stoic principles, emphasizing respect for others and a focus on constructive interactions rather than unnecessary conflicts. By practicing this technique, you can turn potential confrontations into opportunities for learning and mutual understanding, fostering healthier and more collaborative relationships. Number 11, offer empathy. Demonstrating empathy is crucial when dealing with individuals who always think they are right. Empathy involves understanding and sharing the feelings and perspectives of others, fostering a sense of connection and mutual respect. When interacting with someone who holds rigid opinions, showing empathy can help bridge the gap between differing viewpoints and facilitate more constructive conversations. This approach involves actively listening to the other person, acknowledging their emotions, and validating their experiences. For example, you might say, "I understand why you feel strongly about this topic, and I appreciate your passion." This not only shows that you are genuinely interested in their perspective, but also helps reduce defensiveness and opens the door for more open dialogue. Empathy can also involve finding common ground or shared experiences that can help build rapport and foster a sense of understanding. By practicing empathy, you create a more positive and supportive environment for discussions, reducing the likelihood of confrontations and promoting mutual respect. This approach aligns well with Stoic principles, emphasizing compassion, understanding, and the importance of maintaining harmonious relationships. By offering empathy, you demonstrate emotional intelligence and maturity, essential qualities for effective communication and conflict resolution. Number 12. Avoid personal attacks. Refraining from personal attacks is essential when dealing with individuals who always think they are right. Personal attacks can escalate conflicts and make it difficult to resolve disagreements constructively. This approach involves focusing on the issue at hand rather than attacking the other person's character or motives. By maintaining a respectful and objective tone, you can prevent discussions from becoming overly emotional and unproductive. For example, instead of saying, "You're wrong," you could say, "I see things differently because of this evidence." This not only keeps the conversation focused on the topic, but also shows respect for the other person's perspective. Additionally, avoiding personal attacks helps preserve the integrity of the discussion and promotes a more positive and collaborative atmosphere. This approach aligns well with Stoic principles, emphasizing rationality, self-control, and the importance of maintaining harmonious relationships. By practicing this technique, you demonstrate maturity and emotional intelligence, essential qualities for effective communication and conflict resolution. Furthermore, by avoiding personal attacks, you set a positive example for others and contribute to a more respectful and constructive dialogue. Number 13. Know when to walk away. Recognizing when to walk away from a discussion is a crucial skill when dealing with individuals who always think they are right. Some conversations may reach a point where further discussion becomes unproductive or even harmful. In such situations, it is essential to know when to step back and disengage. This approach involves setting clear boundaries and recognizing that not all conflicts can be resolved through dialogue. Walking away does not mean giving up. Rather, it means prioritizing your well-being and maintaining your composure. For example, if a discussion becomes too heated or emotionally charged, you might say, "I think we should take a break and revisit this topic later." This not only helps de-escalate the situation, but also allows both parties to reflect and regain their composure. Additionally, walking away can be a powerful way to demonstrate self-control and respect for your own boundaries. This approach aligns well with Stoic principles, emphasizing the importance of self-discipline and maintaining inner peace. By practicing this technique, you demonstrate maturity and emotional intelligence, essential qualities for effective communication and conflict resolution. Furthermore, knowing when to walk away can help preserve relationships and prevent unnecessary conflicts, promoting a more positive and respectful environment. By employing these strategies, you can maintain your composure and assertiveness when dealing with difficult individuals. This not only preserves your mental well-being, but also fosters more respectful and productive interactions. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe. See you soon.